we're live. It's me, the Jcrow, and today we're in Adobe Photoshop doing some Vocaloid themed artwork to decorate the little game I've made, the little pause game I'm making. 3, 2, 1, canvas reveal. So, I did finish the Nerus, so she's all coloured in, and then these would go into the pause game. We have found one extra Neru costume, which is for Circle U, which Astra Blaze found. But in order to complete the loop, so if you look, her eyes are wiggling and she's kind of bouncing a little, we need at least 3 total. So in order to add one more, we'd need to find 2 other costumes that aren't included. So I was thinking of adding a little Miku and Teto in the bottom right corner. I was thinking small in the corner, so if you imagine this being your phone screen, Neru would be in the middle. Which Neru are you? And then song name here. So I was thinking we could add like a little Miku and Teto at the bottom somewhere, or like in the corner. Either way, I need to create graphics for it. One of my ideas was going to be to make a pattern for the background that's just like, you know, like leeks and baguette and stuff, but Neru doesn't actually have a confirmed favorite food. She has a flip phone. That's not edible though. And Mochi Stars, you were going to do a live stream today, but you decided not to since you did it yesterday. Oh, I didn't know you were live. Gonna have a like which are you at the top, and then song name at the bottom. I could just space it out realistically and just have them like that. We could do something for the background though. Squeaky Clean's on his way, and he's here now.
Hello. I don't know if you noticed because you started stream before I finished stream. I unlocked weddings.
Okay,
We are now married.
me and you.
Mhm.
What?
Also, Astra's ginger.
Just ginger.
Yes, they were like, I don't want to be ginger. I refuse to make a character. I'm like, okay, me. Type, 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 type.
Yeah, for context, he
Me.
was playing Cult of the Lamb. Astra Blaze was crying about their character being made ginger, so Squeaky's made them ginger. But he was playing Cult of the Lamb, which has a new update where you can, it has integration, so you make a cult, you get little cute animal cult followers, and now you can play as one. So if you put messages into chat, those messages then appear in game. What if we have like little chibi versions of them in the background, and what kind of pose would we put them in? Falling. Like if I put them floating by in the background, I don't know what pose to put them in. Or we could just do their heads. Like a Teto and a Miku in the background, I mean. You know? It floats by. Could give her a baguette and a leaf. How small can we make them? So yeah, it's got Twitch integration. Now you can join the game and you can design a little animal. And when you send a message into Twitch chat, it appears on the screen. Give them snap. Oof. Keeping an eye on that battery level. I don't know. Hmm. What are some of the poses they hit in songs like Mesmerizer? That could work. What, Cryglitch, were you able to get access to the Discord server? Did you figure it out? That one kind of looks like she's just itching her butt, though. So if I just have the other two, like Teto and Miku in the background, it just emphasizes the Triple Baka theme as all. But I need them to be very simple chibis, because if they're going in a pattern, they're going to have to be small. Maybe work on it a bit different. But yeah, I saw some of the video mochi. I've not seen all of it, but I know it was with it was the family that looked like rams, I think. Trying to like if we get them around the same size. Easier once it's drawn because they're just gonna be wearing skirts. So the pose is gonna like work better, hopefully. If I angle it inwards, it might work better on the legs. Probably work the best if I can give them little feet, but then they're getting too anatomical. They need to kind of be like gingerbread men. Oh, the hands in the air look more like a jump, I guess. Not exactly sold on the pose though. This one where it looks like the yelling is kind of cute though. So we're basically making a pattern to go in the background. Hands on hips maybe. And Mochi, yes, it's Pearl's family, the species of rams. How do they fit into the lore of the kingdom? Do they know Kara's family? I wonder if sitting would work. I guess if the characters are floating past, I'm not sure if a sitting pose would actually work. Trying to simplify it a little bit further. They do need to be small. I mean, I feel like if I bring the knees up, it's going to be harder to see. I need to keep the silhouette somewhat clearer. That's meant to be legs bent in, not little feet, by the way. It looks like they have Smurf feet. Or I could just get them in a similar pose and like bend the arms in for one and out for the other. That could work for them. So the idea is something like this. Do we do Teto or Miku first? Should I make a poll? Pearl's backstory is actually not part of the Lunarias. It's part of an Arcano Seat. Ah, she's the Arcano Seat. Okay. And we've gone up to 6 likes. Thank you, everybody. Q&A. Who's first? No, not Q&A. Poll. What am I doing? And it's going to be Teto and Miku. There's a poll in chat, everybody. Cast your votes. That's already a vote for Teto. You know, in theme with classic Triple Baka, I should probably use the Utah Teto over V-Synth. Outfit, I mean. So I'm going to get a reference for Teto and for Miku. Whoa, big Teto. Teto, we don't need you to be humongous. Should we use the OG Miku? Classic Miku. Not that picture. That picture's terrible. Zero quality on that one. Skelly. Hairto. I could use that as an asset in the pattern as well. I think for patterns, typically, I like to have like focal art pieces, so it'd be like the little character chibis, and then other things to fill out the pattern. Like if you do want to make you might put in the leaks or like the 01 number or something. So if we work on, I'm going to work on the little poses whilst we get some votes in. Kind of blocking it out a little. Make them round. Making it simple so I can see the shapes clear. I don't think the legs should be that big, really. Well, long. Ideally want them to be quite round and small. Mochi, the next shot is your Tales of Lunaria. Nice. Wingy. Feel like the yelling one should be Teto. Teto just has that kind of energy to me. Should I give them ball hands? I think the Neru we use have like little rounded hands, like stumps. And she's got a little stripe on her collar too. To work out how where the skirt's gonna go. Maybe more ruffles. So we want a fun silhouette. We don't want it to look boring, you know? I almost for a minute was like, hang on, isn't her sleeve zigzags? No, that was Neru. Neru has the zigzag sleeves. But yeah, Squeaky Clean's Cult the Lamb stream was pretty fun. Oh, she don't have a tie. Just buttons. So if they're floating past in the background, it kind of drives home the Triple Baka theme. And the concept of she's always left out. I wonder who everyone's favourite Triple Baka actually is. Probably Miku, statistically. Miku is now winning the poll, so I can pivot over into Miku. And I'm going to do a new one for who your favourite is. I bet it's Miku. It's going to be Miku, right? She's popular for a reason. Go, poll, go. Oops, where's my file? It's here. So I'm just doing the sketches, but we will do Miku properly. Wait, Teto's belt is under the skirt. Why is it under the skirt? That's a choice. Based on how small these chibis actually are going to be, though, I don't think it's going to be too good an idea to include the belt. I'm not sure it'll be visible. Could do that. Why not? Secret fourth option for Kagamine Rin. I do love Rin. Squeaky made some really good katsu earlier, and now I'm sad because whatever meal we have later is going to be that good. It's got a little big old round head. Wait, I could add the Chimera rings. Chimera? She's pretty cute. So we have a plan for Teto. And Miku's is pretty much the same pose. I'm going to curve the arms inward, so it's like a little bit of variation, but not too heavy. Because again, I don't want the patterns in the background to also, steal the spotlight, so to speak. Don't you hate when you keep hitting the eraser tool and it just keeps... But you're hitting the keyboard shortcut for one thing, like the brush, but it just won't toggle off the tool you're currently using, and then you end up erasing things when you're expecting it to be a pen. No? Is that just Adobe users? Yeah. I could probably curve this in. So I spent all of today peeling a wall. I was peeling a wall all of today. By that, I mean, yeah, I was peeling a wall. I was taking all the wallpaper off of it because Pebble scritched it to all hell. And it looks messy. Because he's like scratched and peeled the wallpaper, it looks dirty even if it's not because it's creating shadows and stuff. So I was like, you know what? I just want to get rid of this. And getting off the paper underneath the paper because my parental guardian insisted that he helps plaster the wall in paper, and he did a terrible job because he was like, no, I'll do a better job than Squeaky. And then he proceeded to apparently, from what I've discovered, he's wallpapered over pre-existing wallpaper without taking that off. He's wallpapered over things that he should have cleaned off, so he did not take the original paper off. He did not clean the wall, and he did not fill in cracks, like there was holes in it, and he just papered over all of that. Didn't do any, and then the paper was coming off in massive chunks too. He did an awful job. Terrible quality. Oh, now we've got 80% back on Teto. Where did that come from? Oh no, it's an old poll? No. Hmm. Milo, greetings everyone. Hi, and hi Typically British Chris. So currently 80% of you prefer Teto out of the Triple Baka. We have got a vote on Miku. But hello, we're drawing Miku to those that are new in. I did a little pause game animation with Neru. Literally because I've noticed this an oversaturation of specifically those type of games in Miku and Teto, and was like, you know what? Let's balance it a little. I'll throw Neru into the ring. She kind of looks like she's flexing. Muscle Miku? Beefy Miku? This is the Miku boxing Miku, I see, okay. Does anyone know how to fight in chat? Like, not you've been in a fight. Have any of you actually been to like a class to learn how to fight a specific way? And if you do, what have you been trained in? I've been trained in jujitsu. I used to do that a lot. I have a lot of belts. Skirt. So what we're doing today is we're making little assets for the pause game. Because I was like, I could just do like a polka dot simple background, but I could also make a little chibi of Teto and Miku. And I could either use them to make a pattern, or I could literally just use them as little assets at the bottom. I'm gonna bring that arm down more. Fitness boxing Miku, is that the fight training you've had? Valid. Okay, Miku, you're currently bald. Yes, the classic Miku's giant piece of triangle for hair. Definitely a look, huh? Maybe we could give a slight variation on the expression. So it's still like yelling, but this one's a little bit happier about it. So has anyone done anything fun over the weekend? And does anyone have any plans for Sunday? Do people usually have plans for Sunday? I feel like a lot of people I know don't. I'm not going to do anything too detailed on the hair either, because again, there's going to be a detail in the background. The focus is going to be the animation, so we don't need too much on these. That's why they look like gingerbread men. Okay, so the poll last I checked wanted Miku to be drawn first. But Teto is so far everyone's favourite from Triple Baka. Scaly Stories of Seasons, Grand Bazaar, and Astro Village, your plan is to sleep. Mochi, your dog is barking for no reason. Your dog also wants to live stream. That's what your dog's polite is. They want to stream too. Right, let's get Neru. Like Neru is also in a similar but different chibi style. I'm just gonna sample the line art color there. But then again, if these two are going to be full illustrations, I can just color them properly. I'll see when I'm done. Just your local beat. Hey, hi, welcome. Been a while. How you doing? Drawing Mikus and Tetos right now for a little pause game I'm going to make as a reel. Go. Considering that this one is particularly symmetrical, I am going to just flip these eyes to make sure they stay level. Merge that down. Can't tell if this one's cheering for you or against you. Is she cheering for you or is she yelling do a flip? What is this face? I'm not sure. Like, there's something about it that reminds me of Colby. Like, there's some mischief going on, I can tell. Typically British Chris, does primary school on a council estate count as fight training? Probably. You have a lot of ops on a council estate in England. You're gonna offend a chav by breathing. Let's see. Stream news. I will still be streaming through October. My date got changed to the hospital, so I will not be having any sort of hiatus in October anymore. Mochi Stars, the chat is delayed. Just your local beep, so it'll take a minute. Also, just your local beep. Hey, I was wondering, could you draw me a profile pic? I've been looking to replace this one. What sort of thing were you looking for? Milo, I have been very busy recently with school, so I haven't had any time to draw, but I have drawn a little bit earlier, and I suppose I can send some drawings in the Discord, but all the art is traditional. There's lots of, like, the server is for any type of art, so traditional is more than welcome. There's, like, lots of different arts and art styles in there. Like, literally, not even just traditional types of drawing. Some people share arts and craft type and physical art, like embroidery and stuff. And Much does arts. Also, she doesn't take requests like right now, just your local beat. That is true. I do request streams occasionally. The moment, this is not one of them. Especially because I've got a few commissions too, and those take priority. Mochi gonna get promoted to mod at this rate. I still think this Miku looks low-key buff. But yeah, I've been healing the wallpaper all day. I've only done a small portion. I'm exhausted, okay? The amount of work it takes is actually shocking. And some people do that for a living. They'll be like, oh yeah, I did an entire decorating room today. It's like, you did what? The arms must be hench, I'm telling you. The beefiest. Because I literally looked at it and I was like, how much energy do I actually have versus how much am I realistically going to get done in one sitting? Because I really didn't want to have like a whole bunch of undone and get overwhelmed. So I started with a small part where Pebble had done the most damage. And my plan was I'm going to get as far as peeling off the paper, cleaning the wall, and then using wall filler to fill in any holes to make it smooth is my goal for the day. And if I did too much wall, I wouldn't be able to do all that. I did the perfect amount of wall. However, I am exhausted. I feel like I've played a whole day worth of Miku boxing. Exhausting. It's interesting though, what kind of jobs do people have? Or if you don't have a job and you're too, like, wasn't meant to be rude. That was because some people are like living with their parents, I was going to say. What kind of jobs do your parents have? Do you got any like interesting jobs? Are we going to have a job fair day in chat? Much does arts. She does sometimes request on live streams, but it depends if she's not making an animation. Yeah. And Milo, my Discord is taking a while to load. Has something happened with the Discord server? Is it just my internet because only rules channel is accessible? Yes, you now need to react to the rules channel. So there's a bit in there. You need to react to the rules as basically proof that you've read the rules, and then it will let you into the rest of the server. It's to prevent bots from spamming it. Because when Discord links get shared around, it's very easy for bots to find it, and then them bots they spam some not very safe content in terms of viruses, but also in terms of the type of websites it's sharing is not safe for work. I've seen these bots before. And like they'll pop up in the most random server and they'll just start plugging all the channels with copy paste links. And it's really uncomfortable and like not good. So basically, if you just send an emoji reaction to one of the posts in the rules server, it'll give you access to the rest of the channel server. It just keeps things safe and clean, basically. All right, thank you. Problem. Thank you for understanding. Like, I know it's annoying. I totally get it. But I've also seen what happens when those bots go wild and it's just, like, uncomfortable. And there's always the chance where it's like, if your moderator's not online when that happens, that could be sat there all night, because my mods are all in the UK. Particularly British Chris, the immature demon on my shoulder wants to make job jokes now. Go on, typically British Chris, what career path have you chosen? What if someone's like, I'm a criminologist or forensic scientist? Nuclear physicist in chat anywhere? Barista, but a barista at somewhere wild like the Pentagon. I've heard the Pentagon, no, not the Pentagon. There was somewhere that had a McDonald's that was really like, why does that place have a McDonald's? I can't remember what it is. You're like, I work in a cute little coffee shop. But it's like in a private mansion for a billionaire or something. Can you imagine that? It's like, I want to have my own coffee shop that's in my own house, but you're already paying for it if you do that. That makes no sense. You've already paid for the food. Ado music video, yay. I've not seen the new Ado song yet. I don't even need to ask if it's good. It's Ado, of course it's going to be good. Typically, oh, I've read that one, sorry. And Bagoki, hi. Also, hi, Bagoki. Welcome in. Today is a homecoming stuff, but I don't do anything else. So instead of doing a parade and watching a football game and a dance, I go home and make brownies and take a bubble bath. That sounds so good, though. If I had to vote between watching a football game and making brownies and having a bubble bath, I'd be choosing the brownies and the bubble bath. Also, hi, dude, bro. Why is nobody's favorite Neru? No one likes Neru. She's crying right now. She's in her flop era, like the song suggested. In Discord, Milo? I'll check it out. What's up with this ponytail shadow, right? The light kinda suggests the shadow's in front of her, though. The light's in front of her, even, sorry. I want to make the hair shiny as well again. Neru's hair's all shiny. I should have named the stream Drawing the Popular Two. Nothing to do with Vocaloid, nothing to do with Neru, just named it Drawing the Popular Two after drawing all the Nerus. Poor Neru. I'm gonna check the art server. There's a Miku with a little bit of blue on her. So with this color of Miku, Miku's actually meant to be green. She's meant to represent the color green because the Vocaloids all have the signature color, right? She's meant to be green. I see blue. That's blue to me. And if I look at the color wheel on the right, these are all sticking, like all these shades are staying in cyan. They're not toggling over into green. But I'm aware it's one of them color palette things. So what color do you see this design of Miku? Blue or green? I'm gonna check the Discord. Creativity corner. Oh my gosh. Milo, that is a sleigh. Wait, let me put some emotes on that. Traditional art. Roblox, I'm assuming? That first one is gorgeous. Excuse me? That is so pretty. The redesign's pretty cool too. Glory to the spawn. Wait, those first two with the flowers are beautiful, okay? They're like so pretty, but also something feels sad about them. You know, like that hauntingly beautiful type of vibe. Dude, bro, forgot to mention I've pirated Adobe Animate, After Effects, and Photoshop. Nice! Nice! What are you gonna make first? Tell me. Right, no, Neru, not you. Miss Skelly, the guy from Fortnite and the pair after the yellow one. Guy from Fortnite, indeed. Oh, Neru got a whole vote for favourite from Triple Baka. And Bagoki, you're excited for the JoJo Street Ball Run anime adaptation next year. I have no idea what those words in that order mean. You forgot. Oh, right, oh, I read that. I'm sorry. Dude, bro, made Sandy from Greece, but I don't think I'll be finishing her anytime soon. Because you've lost motivation for the art, or do you not like how it's turning out? You don't have to finish every illustration you do. Art isn't just about producing content, it's about like self-expression and enjoying what you've drawn. So if you enjoy just doing the sketch, but you don't enjoy it enough to complete it, like, that's not too big a problem. I want to go Costco again, but for the food. Like very sharp shading on this one. Not sure how I feel about those. I usually do everything rounded. But I can put the little patterns in her hair now. Whee! Cute. There you go. I'm getting like some Vocaloid songs popping up in my headphones. They're quite distracting ones though. Oh, hi Carson, welcome. What's good, my gang? I don't know. What is good? According to the polls, not Neru. Sad face. I'm currently drawing Miku and Teto. But yeah, who was it? Rude Bro. What's your first Adobe Animate project going to be? Excited for that one. Some smallest little hearts in here and a brighter color. I'm making a sparkly, basically. Like really stylized and toony. Sometimes it's just like really fun to just do these really blocky, characterized shines on characters. Oh no, has it crashed? Bruh. So it's really cute, but I'm also now worried it's going to be too distracting for the purpose it needs. If I just make it fainter. I'm worried it's cute, but I'm worried it's too much for what she's being used for. Let's get rid of the white sparkles. A little bit less and leave it at that instead. No? Carson, oh, I have been editing a lot more recently. Kind of editing. Dude, bro, last message, but bump. Looking You messaged about your illustration of Sandy that you weren't finishing. I've not got another one after that. Simply British Chris, I just got home from Costco. Did you bring food for me? Well, skin tone is way too yellow toned. Let's give it a bit more of a complexion. I colour picked from up here. See, most edits of lesbian ships. Mood. Milo, I like 2 times Nightshade skin because the concept of them getting Anahaki due to Azura hating him after they killed him for a second life. Ooh. Oh, that's what the illustration is. It's based on the idea of Hanahaki syndrome, right? For those that aren't aware, the internet has a collection of fake illnesses. There's quite a few different ones, but it's like a fake illness or virus, quite popular to use in fiction. One of them is to do with a disease where you cough up flowers, and it's to do with having a broken heart and unrequited love. So it's loving someone that doesn't love you back, and then you can get Hanahaki. But there's a lot of different, like, fake diseases like that. Fictional word. Oh, Hanahaki is a popular one. Mochi, you're the Owl House OC who's chipped with Hunter. Hunter is... I don't know how to describe him. The bad guy turned good guy, right? If I remember correctly. She will also be a straight ally since, if I remember correctly, Hunter is bi. I know the Owl House characters, there's a lot of LGBT characters. I don't remember everybody's specific traits, so I can't answer you that one. But I know they're all diverse in one way or another. But I could not answer the question off the top of my head. Little blush. You're probably right. I'm not sure I'm liking how the colours are turning out on this one. I'm trusting the process at the minute. Squeaky Clean, you like that one guy. That is a pretty cool character. Now that you mention it, that one guy. Hunter is actually 6'7". Oh no. Yeah, Milo, I hate how people say Azur wants to forgive 2 time but can't do to Inspector because that's just people trying to make their ship work. They genuinely hate 2 time after they sacrifice them. I think I would hate somebody if they sacrificed me too, to be fair. Like, it's okay to have ships, but it can be frustrating when people try to decanonize things sometimes to make it work. It's like part of what makes the ship work is usually the trauma part. But like, you can still ship a characters. Realistically, if they're wanting to forgive them and get together despite being sacrificed, there'd be some serious level of like toxicity there. But it's like, I mean that separately to like fan fiction and like AUs as well. I'm just saying I can get it when it's like you enjoy your content and it can be annoying when people, what's the word? Where the character is not acting right? Or like you have to change core parts of them to get something to work. Because it's more interesting when you can get the same story without having to change integral traits of the character. Then I think you can get writing that's a lot more interesting. Like it's okay to explore with them and be like, oh well, in this AU it's shy, but if it's happening all the time, it's like, but if you like the character, explore how their dynamic works. It's interesting. Like out of character stuff can be fun. Just want to clarify, I am not saying don't do it. Sort of like complex is like, oh well, you've got the hero character, right? But they're in that that classic situation of they have to choose between the person they love and the world. What do they actually do and how would they react? You know? You get some interesting stories out of that sort of thing. Guys, and I hate when people force their ships. It happened to me a few times. I think if nothing harmful is necessarily being done, then it's like ship what you want, but if the media is like there and you're denying it, it's like you're a bit delulu. Like if I released a comic and I'm like, I do have chronologically part like coupled characters, but I've not like released them yet. Um, but if I was to say, if I was to say, I don't know, that Eden and Poppy were chronologically a couple, and then people were to be like, oh well, actually, Poppy is dating this other character, and I can prove it by, and then they take clips out of context. And it's like you can ship the characters, but if the creators just turn around and be like, no, no, these two are the couple, then who are you arguing with? You know? I've seen some heated debates on Tumblr about that sort of thing because some people just struggle with the concept of you can have fun without having to try and make everyone agree with you, you know? Like, if you ship them characters, you don't need to prove yourself to anyone. You can just say, well, I like the concept of the dynamic. And no, that it wasn't to say that Poppy and Eden were the canon couple. The canon couple have not been released. It will be. I just need to work out how I. Realistically, I just need to actually make that story, but I've got a lot going on. But no, so long as the characters are, legal and it's not a creepy thing, ships don't really bother me too much. But a person's behavior can, that's different. Like, you can be a jerk and like oranges. It doesn't mean that everybody that likes oranges is a jerk, you know? That. I'm immediately reminded of I heard about somebody that shipped themselves with Sans from Undertale. And apparently they would get into right. So I learned this thing called something like a Yume shipper, if I'm remembering correctly, and it basically means like I ship myself with this character, but also I'm not sharing them. So I self-ship with this character, and nobody else can either ship themselves with it nor ship them with a different character. And it's like, you do you. But there was this one person I heard of that shipped themselves with Sans in that same way. And they would get really, really aggressive in people's DMs if they drew or wrote anything otherwise. I think it was on Tumblr, and you just end up with really hateful, targeted responses from this person who would get like threatening violence levels of crazy over it. Like you draw your OC with Sans, and she was threatening you. And it's like, whoa, whoa. Take a step away from your computer. Take a step back. Breathe. I don't think there's ever a reason to threaten violence over the internet, realistically. Though I have noticed a lot of people are getting so comfortable behind their screens that they start to say this sort of thing in real life and aren't aware that consequences exist when you do that. Astrobrillies, there's different levels of Yumi shipping. Some people are fine with sharing and others are not. Dude, bro, ship like how people ship Jake Dirt, Jake Dirt Tension. Skelly, dang, while I'm playing an Undertale fan game, well, gotta be careful, that lady might appear. That woman might appear and she might get you. How dare you look at Sans? Squeaky clean, you shit McQueen and Mater. They got smooch. Milo, oh, how can I stay here all day yapping about two-time and Azure lore and other stuff, including those two? You're more than welcome to keep yapping about the lore. It's interesting to hear about. Mochi, you looked at Pinterest and you've seen a lot of shipped out with Hunter and Luz. And I'm like, wait a minute. Aren't they like just friends and act like siblings? Yeah. I think they're pretty clear that Luz is canologically with Amity. Don't think no one's missing that. That's an example though. People can ship the character and it doesn't bother me. If people are like, oh well I really ship my OTP, Luz and Hunter, and it's like, okay, yeah, sure. You like the idea of those two being together, you like their concept, they're the same age. Crucial. It's like you can play with those ideas, it doesn't bother me. But if they were then to start pulling apart the media to try and prove to me, so if I said, well, I actually do ship Luz and Amity, and if they were then, no, I have to try and prove to you that my ship is better and it is more correct than yours, and I'm going to use out of context clips and this, that, and the other to try and manipulate you into shipping what I ship, that's when I'm like, you're getting weirdly gatekeepy with this. Take a step back, breathe, calm down. Okay, this is pretty cute. I might give her colored line art though, after all. Dude, bro, I Yumi ship with the man from the man. I don't know what that is. Skelly, at least I'm fighting Blaster right now. I'm gonna Google the man from the man and see your Yumi ship there, dude, bro. I'm Googling it. It's just giving me a different movie called The Man from Uncle. I assume you're in shipping with Uncle. Carson, it's always Sans, bro. He's just a goofy guy. He is just a goofy guy. It's like there's nothing wrong with Yumi shipping. Like if you're doing that and you're not harming anybody, you do you. Make yourself happy. You love this fictional character. You have your fictional crush. Go you. But like I said, with this Sans girl, she was getting violent about it. It was Peanut Sans, if I remember correctly. Like I've not seen the direct posts. I've seen screenshots of it. Right? I think some of her post replies were she'd do comics of herself and Sans. And Sans is like, don't worry, babe. You know, I don't know these girls. I don't like these girls. You're the only one for me. And stuff like that as replies to other people's art, which I guess falls in the you do you. A bit odd replying to other people's art directly. Because it's like, side-eye, I know you're inciting drama. I know you're trying to... You've got plausible deniability, but by putting it on reblogs of people's art, I'm pretty sure you're just inciting an argument. You're hoping they reply. You're baiting them. And that's just as bad, I think. But yeah, she got to the point where there were DMs, and I saw evidence of these DMs because people had replied to it and be like, "Are you okay?" I'm wondering what non-sharing truly means, because the only person that would actually own that character is the person with the copyrights to it and created it, right? So I'm wondering if it basically just means that you find other ship content with them upsetting. Like non-sharing because that upsets me. Non-sharing because I'm gonna send them death threats on Tumblr like the Sans Girl did. Imagine someone Yumi ships with your OC, and then they're like the Sans Girl, and they're like, well, now you're not allowed to draw them. Well, excuse me, sir, that is my OC. Milo, they were given their second life by a spectre and they thought it was granted by the spawn. They were manipulated into believing it was okay, and then they were lied to about the second life stuff, so they sacrificed Azur, and they never got the second life until he got forsaken. Carson, either Sans or Jax or something. Dude, bro, I ship myself with the Amazon shipping service. I am going to Portugal. Bye, guys. You're like, why won't Amazon write me back? Carson, you're the only one for me. Brother would not say that. He would just go, Damn it, Carson. Carson being funniest person in chat right now, damn. Okay, that got me. Speaking of Sans fangirl, I low-key wonder what they're doing right now. I don't know. I wonder if they're still obsessed with Sans. I wonder if they still like them. I wonder if they look back at their old posts where they were getting violent with people over it and go, oh damn. You know, like sometimes you can look back at your old, like, I don't know, an old haircut and then you're embarrassed, like, oh damn, what was I thinking with that? That was terrible. Why didn't no one tell me? That was a bad idea. You know? They get that. They look back and go, even if they still Yumi ship with Sans, I'd like to think that enough time's passed that they look back at the behavior and go, well, I'm still a proud Yumi shipper, but that behavior was embarrassing and something I regret. Here's hoping that they grew as a person. And that they're not just moving on to a different fan base and being like, actually, you're getting a death threat now. Thank you very much. Which is actually very interesting because Sans doesn't like murderers and violent people, does he now? What happens in Undertale again when you're violent and murderous? What happens? What does he say about you? What does he try and do? Something about a bad time, I'm sure. I wonder how they feel about him canonically getting with Toriel. Like, are we ignoring the bit where he doesn't like the murderer genocide route and doesn't like violent people, hence again the genocide route? Or is it meant to be that he drops his morals for someone that's, you know, I'm gonna give death threats? Especially when instead you could just kill them with bad puns. I think he'd respect that more. My girlfriend made someone pass away from telling puns that were just that bad. I think he'd be pretty proud of that one, actually. Yeah, so let's go on funny. Milo, fun fact, Azura is banned from Burger King for life because he assaulted an employee because they ran out of mozzarella fries. Is that really? Is that really a fact? And Carson, random OC fun fact, Kira would eat rocks if she had the chance. So Squeaky's Cult of the Lamb game lets people in chat interact with the game now. And you can send messages in game where if he's like base building or something, your character from Twitch will run up to him and say whatever you've typed into Twitch to say. And it reminds me, one of the things I made my character run over and say was just eats dirt. Just 2 asterisks and eats dirt. It was so great watching my character run as fast as it could, excited over. I just see it occasionally. So like he'd be building and then slowly I'd see my character coming onto the screen running over, gleefully and excited, like it's got important news to deliver. It was great. Just like, yes, little yellow cat, run, tell him the news. And then the news is flosses. Ooh, Bird Brain's playing. Hmm. So part of me's looking at this and being like, does this mean I need to do more of these pause games and just change out and add Neru to the background next and swap out whoever's dancing in the middle? Annabeth's Yankees cap. Hi! Slay! Carson, birds are singing, flowers are blooming, and on days like this, kids like you should be burning in hell or something. Oh my gosh. See, I feel like that's more like the vibe he would have, yes. Wait, is it canon? Which canon? How you doing, Annabeth? How have your day been? It's a Saturday, so I'm gonna assume you've been free from no Friday, so I'm gonna assume you're looking forward to a weekend free from things like school or work. We have a Miku. No Cloud art. Cloud art. Yippee. So next up will be Teto. Sorry, I'm merging the layers together, so I'm like toggling them on and off. Teto's next. Just gonna make sure I've got the right line art size. Leave another look at Miku before she vanishes. Skelly me when if I don't turn around, it'd be a crime. Huh? Oh my gosh, we've got 10 likes. Wow. Thank you. I was not expecting that. We've hit double digits. I'm thirsty. Astro Blaze, you missed a line. I did. Did miss a line. Bruh. Bruh. Let's get it. Astro Blaze, how long have you been staring at that line? Like, is she gonna notice? Does she see it? Is she gonna see it? Actually, it might look better in... Nah. I mean, we do need to colour in properly on the other side too. Astro Blaze, how long were you staring at that line? I need to know how long your, like, nemesis was there. I won't be mad. I'm not mad. I'm just curious. Okay, are all the pieces colored in right? I'm just going to make sure my coloring edges are all clean. Oh, missed a bit there. Okay. Now it's Teto's turn. Milo, bruh, I'm gonna go get some McDonald's. So bye-bye, everyone. Have an amazing day. Have a great day and bring Buzz back McDonald's too. Everyone, Milo's going to McDonald's. Tell us what you want in chat. Quick, place your order. I'll have... Oh, I want chicken though. I kind of want cheese. I will have a double quarter pounder with cheese. Add extra pickles because I'll take the pickles off and give them to somebody else that actually likes pickles. Usually Squeaky, but he doesn't seem to be in chat to request. You're back, Annabeth? Milo's going McDonald's. Want to tell them what you want and they can get it and give it you in chat? Place your orders. I have a double quarter pounder with cheese, extra pickles, and I'll give them to someone else that'll eat it. And do I want a milkshake or a cola right now? Strawberry milkshake, please. And fries. If you give me a cucumber bag, I'm going to be quite sad, actually. I mean, I like cucumber, but here's the thing. If I'm at a McDonald's, I'm not there for cucumber. I have cucumber in the fridge. I like it with cheese, actually. Astro Blaze, just a strawberry milkshake. Annabeth wants some nuggies. Skelly wants a Whopper and a Blizzard with a Jumbo shake. A Jumbo Jack, okay. This is all on Milo. You've been staring at that line for too long, Astra. You can imagine. Lineless Miku, suddenly horror. You know, all day I've been like, I could go, I could go for a burger or something right now. And all day I've been getting pop-ups of ads conveniently. Being like, hey, I can sense that you want a burger. Like, damn, gone thought. Pedo's turn. I'm gonna sneeze. Isn't it so nice that Milo's gonna go buy us all McDonald's? Is that too thick? I think that line's too thick. Let me check that. Yeah, it was like slightly too thick. No, stop drawing. Bruh. We'll try that again. That's better. Has anyone watched the new My Melody and Kuromi show? It's stop motion with needle felt. I've been seeing quite a lot of projects like that. I can't remember the name of the company, but they do like needle felt stop motion. It's very interesting to see. I'm a big appreciator of any traditional type of animation. Give me hand drawn, give me stop motion. Go. I did include Teto's wings on this one because I thought it'd be cute. Who in chat knew Teto had wings? She canologically has, I think, wings and a tail. One, two. How many of you have got weekend homework? Fringe. Make sure to get it done so your teacher don't yell at you. Few benefits of being an adult. Usually, when you've got a job, when you get home, the work ends. Unless your boss has no boundaries and wants you to do work overtime in your own time at home, and you're not prepared to tell them, no. Don't be afraid to tell them, no. I know too many people with bosses that just take the biscuit. And I want that biscuit. They're taking it from me. My biscuits. Not American biscuits. I don't want that. I'm thinking of cookies. American biscuits might be nice, but I've never tried them before. And if I've asked for a biscuit and I got handed whatever that is, I'm going to be like shocked. Like, this is not the flavor or the texture or like that I want at all. That's why the idea of biscuits and gravy used to be so ew to me. An American biscuit is more like an English scone. Like, bruh. Very different. Did I do Miku's skirt? Yeah. Agoki, also if you are a boss. Master Blaze, I just have weekend work. Well, if you're getting paid to work on the weekend, that's one thing. If your boss is just making you take work home to do extra, or if they're forcing you to come in outside hours, then that's the problem. Go. It's like, I think I am very much an advocate for standing up for yourself when it comes to work and not letting yourself just be exploited by a boss. It's like part of having a job is accepting that you're going to be told what to do. Like, be like, I was at work and my boss allocated work to me. It's like, well, they are paying you to do that. The issue is when they start expecting you to do stuff that you're not paid to be doing, and they're expecting you to go, above your pay grade and do extra work out of hours, stuff that realistically they should have hired someone else to do. And it's like, you don't need that stress. Like, doing the job you're paid to do, fine. Doing a little extra work within reason and with consent, fine. Your boss just going, hey, today you're doing something that you're not meant to do, but I just don't want to pay for a new employee to do it. No, that's a problem. Your boss saying, hey, I've taken on a bigger workload than we can handle, and as a result, you need to take this home and work in your own time for free. That is also a boundary problem. Annabelle, bye, Mochi Star. See, Mochi, you gotta go. Bye. Bye bye, Mochi. Annabelle, fair. You've got 110, 111 now. Skelly, I can't go up Duolingo. I have 607-day streak. Wow. What language have you got? Which language are you learning? I was doing really well with Duolingo and a different language you're learning app, and I think I mostly dropped out of the habit because I got a new phone and forgot to reinstall it. Astro Blaze, one of the benefits of working retail is work does not follow you home. It's definitely a perk. And Annabeth, you gave up on Duolingo, so you're doing English. Skelly dies from KFC biscuit with no water or butter. That thing? If I go to American KFC, what should I order? What do I order from the American KFC? Teto. Okay, we just need to make her hair actually look good. Like, do I want I need the right balance of hair looks good and accurate, but not overly detailed, probably. My music stopped. Rude. Poll currently has 12 votes total, with Miku on 33, Teto on 50, and Neru on 17. So I think Neru might have like maybe 2 votes. Neru actually got voted for. Let's take a quick look at the monarchy. Mochi Stars Arts is the monarch. Skelly, you're the heir to the throne, and Astra Blaze is currently the knight in shining armor. Annabeth, wait, I have a confession. I've never gone to KFC. I've not been to KFC much. Like, I've been there, just not a lot. Let's try. It always takes me a moment to get curls right in hair drills. Uh, hmm. You need like the hole and where it connects down. It always takes me a minute to actually visualize them properly. Just want it to go that way. Then this needs to go like that. There we go. Oops, eraser. We don't want that. Trying to keep it fairly simple shapes. Yeah, that probably works well enough. We're gonna keep. So like they need to be, they're going to be on a very, very small chibi. You're not going to notice they're flipped as hard. It's not going to look as rigid as if it was like a huge illustration. It'll be fine. Now she gets colour too. Ash Blaze, accept the chicken gravy. I used to be obsessed with KFC, but it's gone downhill and there's better alternatives now, to be honest, except for the gravy. What are the alternatives you go to? Carlson, I also have a confession. I don't know how to comfort people, even my best friend. To be fair, stuff like that can come with experience. Dead door. Hair first? Yankee. I don't know what to do. Chat noises. Where do you go for takeout? What's your go-to? What is everyone's go-to takeout? I was going to ask Annabeth because you said you don't do KFC and that's what people are talking about. What's everyone's go-to? Like it's your birthday and you get to choose to go anywhere you want to go. Do you have a restaurant go-to? Do you have a takeout go-to? Just gonna get the base pink color and then I'm gonna use a masking layer to color a bit messier. Skelly Subway or BJ's? I don't know what that is. Ash Blaze, there's these chicken steaks you can get from either Aldi or Lidl, don't remember which. Stick one of those in a tea cake, and it's better than any burger you get at KFC. I'm now curious. You'll have to go with your like parents next time to go shopping, and then you can send like photo and be like, these. Purchase these. Annabeth McDonald's, and for takeaway, I like anything with chips and a battered sausage. If you're not already English, you'd love an English chippy. Like if you're not already in the UK, we've got the takeout for shop for you. It's called a chippy. Literally, it's called a chippy. I think we have a problem in the UK at the minute with price inflation kind of ruining takeouts in general. Because the idea of a takeout primarily is it's quick, it's cheap, and it's made quickly, right? It's fast food for a reason. But recently, the prices for 2 meals, because like it'd be me and Squeaky, right, are getting crazy. They're getting to the point where it's like, can't remember what we were pricing up, but it's like £20 for like a sub and a Subway sandwich and a drink, right? That's 40 total, and 40 is easily a week's worth of grocery shopping if we went to a store. Like, I get it's meant to, like, I don't know, they're treating themselves like they're a huge luxury and getting to the point where they're charging sit down in a restaurant prices. Like, you're a takeaway. You can't be charging sit down in a restaurant like prices. You're not a restaurant. It's embarrassing. So, colouring in hair drills is always kind of fun. Sometimes it takes a little bit of experimentation. These ones are quite simple because she's going to be small. Yeah, it took a while to teach myself concepts like don't over detail certain things if they're going to be too small on the screen. Because I'm like, yeah, but I can make it super pretty. But if depending on what it's being used for, I found that it actually is sad when you go and put in your heart of detail and then you look at it and go, wow, I can't see any of that. It's very upsetting. I'm gonna shade it like that, and then I'm gonna put the highlights towards the front of her head. I don't think I've been to a proper restaurant in ages. Annabeth, you love Teto's hair. It's really fun. It's really cute, like the drills. They were definitely cooking when they made her design. Carson, McDonald's and Dairy Queen. We don't have Dairy Queen, I don't think, in England. I don't think that's one we have. Let's see, Astral Blaze, you have to unhinge your jaw when you're eating them. They're massive. That sounds great, though. Danger Island, you have asked that in chat before. Have you realized this is the same stream? Is it a copy and paste message? Carson, when I first played Deltarune Chapter 2, I remember screaming during the Birdly boss fight. Why is he hitting me with Teto's wig? Excuse me? What? He pulls out Teto's wig? What do you mean? I think I mentally blocked out anything to do with Birdly mostly. I'm usually just screaming because it's Birdly. Like, I hate Birdly! Ah! That's how it goes when it's me. Every time I saw him and his stupid face, I'm like, ew, cringe, Birdly. Get out. Getting to KFC is the menu item. Leave, Birdly. No one wants you. Nobody likes Birdly. Birdly likes Birdly, and that doesn't count because he's Birdly. So no one cares about his opinion. I wonder if anyone Yumi ships. Obviously they don't, because it's Bird. Why would you do that when any other character exists? Someone was like, I don't share. I ship myself with Birdly and I don't share. I'd be like, you can keep him. You can have him. I don't think anyone's going to challenge you. Don't worry. See, let's make these ones darker on the inside layers. So a bit more dimension. And where's the dark triangles are on the top? Then they're on the bottom on the inside. That's not consistent. Bruh. Skelly, Birdly shipping? No. Jockington, yes. What is a Jockington? I'm scared. Is the turn Spampton related? Do you ship yourself with Spampton, Skelly? Cause I only like Birdly because he's low-key funny, but whenever he's on the screen, I sigh loudly. You're like, it's going to be funny, but also, oh, it's Birdly. Get out of here. Relatable. Oh, Annabeth has 6-7 YouTube notifications. 6-7. Yeah, I should get this assembled and posted pretty soon. What audio should I put in the background, actually? What audio should I use in the background for this? Triple Baka feels appropriate, right? Right, do the big hearts look cute? They do. Good. Annabeth, wait, why does everyone here know? Does anyone here know TTRS? What does it stand for? I don't know. What's it abbreviation for? I've searched TTRS fandom. I've got times tables, rock stars is what came up there. I don't know what that is. Triple Baka or else. I'm like, it's an abbreviation for something. I don't think it's what Google thinks it is. Triple Baka or I'm stealing your cat. Oh no! Like, Triple Baka feels appropriate. And then you all get to pause game and you get to tell me who you got. Mochi, you're back. You posted the Owl House OC? I want to witness. I'm drawing hearts in Teto's hair, but I want to witness. Okay, done. Cute. I want to witness. Go to channel. Community post. Cleo. Oh, she's cute. Wait, her hair's so pretty. And her prom outfit. I'm assuming. Damn, they're cute. I like how you do the hair. I like the colours in the hair. The colours in the hair are low-key giving My Little Pony in a positive way. A little My Little Pony as a treat. Vagoki, I'm back from using you as background noise. Noise. Teto is beautiful. Welcome back, Vagoki. Oh, thank you. We've got Miku done already. So I kind of goofed a little bit because of the way the layers are. I do need to now neaten up the hair layer in some areas. How are you doing, Vagoki? How was your quest away? Legs are darker colours though. So we're going to need to neaten up the line art here because I've messed up in the layer system that I've got. But it's okay. It's not a huge deal. There we go. Ow. I think I'm okay from here. Okay, we can keep going. Cute. She has no skin color yet. She's just canvas white. Oh, Mochi, I will definitely draw her more. Have you recently started watching Owl House, Mochi? Is Owl House recent for you? Oh, I colored the buttons inverted. The buttons aren't pink, guys. Messed up. Oops. So it's actually the stripe down her chest that needs to be pink. And the buttons are blue. I goofed. There you go. Easy fix. Now I can make the buttons shiny at least. So like, the second I got to him, I was looking at him like, something seems wrong about the shading here. He's going to be pretty cute in the background. I'll probably make a little pattern with the Tetos and the Mikus. And I'll probably add some leeks and baguettes in there. Maybe a flip phone for Neru. So I could either make it, I'll either make it into a pattern, or if it's too much as a pattern and it's overcomplicating the design, I'll put the little Miku and Teto cheering at the bottom instead. Then if we put Triple Baka as the backing audio, cool themed post. Carson, you have a link. Huh? I don't know if you're back, you're on a mission. Was it a fun mission? And you're looking up something on Pinterest? Let me catch up with chat real quick. Bro's a vampire. Someone's a vampire. Oh, people are on Pinterest. Okay. Annabeth, that was the first thing I thought of. Tetos. Oh no. Tetos. I suppose she probably does have toes. Oh. So this one will just need, so we're almost done coloring this one, and then she's going to need her line art doing. And that should be all the big illustrations done for the Neru thing. I just need to kind of edit it all together. Well, I need to export stuff and then edit it all. Do you have any leg? Nope. I do need to colour in her wings though. Who's currently winning in the polls? Is it still Teto? Last I checked, Teto had a strong lead, Miku was in second, and Neru was like very much struggling to keep up with the crowd. Neru was fighting for her life with like 2 votes. Let's see. Sorry, Neru. Teto's pulled a strong lead though. Annabeth actually laughed at the I suppose she has stuff. You're probably correct. There, she's not happy you're talking about her toes though. Imagine you're minding your business and someone just starts talking about your toes. I'm not sure how I'd feel about that either. Yeah, I think. And Miku, I just did like a little bit in the corners to suggest the arms are rounded. And I didn't give Miku cheeks because it just looked overly full, the design. It felt more like it was taken away than adding. A little tooth. Teto! You can add a slight shine to the outer wing. Whoa, wrong layer. Let's make the wings a bit shinier. So now she just needs her line art colouring too. And then we got a Teto and a Miku. Miku in the background here. I didn't add the swirlies to Teto yet. So I think it's going to be cute at the bottom. Quite silly looking. They, Annabeth actually laughed, and Bagoki just put they. They what? They commit crimes? Mesmerizer Miku absolutely commits crimes. Yes, and don't forget to check all the lines. The lines haven't even been coloured for Teto yet. But yeah, I definitely do need to check all the lines. Astro Blaze was like staring at a missed line on Miku for ages until I was like, cool, that's finished. And then she's like, no, no, you're not. It's incomplete. What did I use for Miku's face? Thank you. Be gone, Miku. You're not wanted right now. Let's make their face colour match. Eyebrows will match her hair though. Goki, Miku, and Teto are beautiful. Thank you. I can share them to the Discord when I'm done as well. So we can all witness them. Darker colour for the arms. And Carson, oh no, do I need to send the link again? I don't think links can send in the not Discord. I don't think you can send links in the YouTube chat. So you're gonna have to manually type whatever your username is if you're trying to share social media. But I think YouTube automatically filters out links that are shared to prevent potential spam bots and stuff. Yeah. Like, I get that it's annoying, but there are people that will misuse features like that, so it's a lot safer for everyone to have them in check, you know? It's not like I can turn them on for individual people that are trusted either. Because I know Nisty used to share a lot of music in chat usually and recommend songs for me to play. But rather than sending the YouTube link, you'd have to type everything as well. I don't even think mods are allowed to send links. Gotta check all the lines and make sure they're all actually correct once I'm done placing them all. I'm just telling myself, I'm like, don't forget. Don't forget. Again. Got to meet in these parts. We've almost got a finished Teto. I'm kind of excited for this project. It's very silly and simple, but so far all the art for it has been quite cute, I think. So I think it's going to be like a very silly but cute thing when it's done. We will. And did Miku get the bottom of her shoe coloured? Miku? Yeah. Just a little bit. We've almost got both girls. We've almost got all three. Teto and Neru's just in Adobe Animate. See, I think I've got all the lines. Actually, I don't like that tooth is. Let me just change the colour on her singular tooth. Why is it giving, like, Patrick, who you call him Pinhead, a little bit? Okay, and we've got Teto. We got Miku. Okay, I do think they're pretty cute though. Carson, no problem. Mochi. I thought you said Rick Mochi for a moment there. Noel Holiday. Oh, is that your username? Cute. Carson, as you would think, it's a profile picture of Noel. Driving in my car right after a beer. I missed one again. Warhair. Which one? I see it. I don't think it's a missed line. I think it's an error where I've bled over from pouring the skirt. Is it this bit here? Is it this bit on the wing? I think that was because I was speedstering. Or is there another bit and there's just extra bits? It's not her armpits. I am looking. I think it was that bit. You're sick, Bagoki. Oh no. We'll get well soon. I'll get well right now. Right now, instant healing. I cast instant healing on Bagoki. Do you feel better? No, I think they're pretty cute. And we can put them at the bottom, little stickers. I mean, these would probably work well as stickers, actually. They're very silly. Kind of like Teto. I think I like Teto's pose more, though. Let's take a look at the vote. Teto is winning for favourite Triple Baka. And the monarchy currently has Carson as the monarch, Mochi Stars Arts as the heir to the throne, and Skelly as the knight in shining armour. And fortunately, we have had an all-in-one stream today because what we set out to do was completed within the stream. And we have reached the end of that stream. We've hit 10. Thank you all for joining the live stream today. Thank you for everyone in chat. Shout out to our Monarchy, Carson, Skelly, and Mochi. And everyone else that we've seen in the channel today. Astroblaze, Bagoki, Beep Dragons, Milo, Squeaky Clean, Cry Glitch, Dude Bro, Annabeth, Misty, Typically British Chris, Danger Island. I'm missing somebody. I've said Skelly. Is it Dude Bro? Oh, and someone appeared called Rose Ninja is cool. I'm so sorry I missed your chat. I forgot to shout it out. There was so much going on. Look, thank you all for joining the stream. It's been lovely talking with you all. The streaming schedule is Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. UK time. Depending on where you are, good morning, good afternoon, or good night. Have a great day, or sweet dreams. Bye.